All right, today's Friday, 17th of June, 2022. I am just going to go over trades from yesterday and trades from today. It seems like I'm doing 2 day recaps. And I also talk through some of the ideas I have picked up on just kind of things that have helped me in terms of improving my trades, improving my trading journey in general. Okay, so yesterday wasn't I wasn't supposed to be, well, not so much I wasn't supposed to be trading yesterday, but I did not have the opportunity to start the day um, as I would normally do when I'm sat in front of my computer and trade it as I would. If anything, I traded it from my iPad. I had a remote desktop setup, and it was the only way I could access NinjaTrader. It wasn't as easy to take the trades. For instance, I didn't get a clean entry here. I wanted to put my entry there, but it was hard to put the actual entry here. Yeah, it's not as easy to trade on your iPad. All right, so why did I take this short here? Why was I looking? It was a sell to close, huge gap down, two bear bars, one big, closing on its low. This one had a tail, wasn't that great, but anyway, took it down here. Um, I actually had a 20 point target, but this bull bar kind of shook me out. Not, it didn't shake me out, but I saw this bull bar and I thought, oh no, I'm not going to get a massive, strong breakout. It looks like we're going to have a wedge. Um, I did want to, typically I would enter a second entry here with a limit order because I know that there are buyers, sellers below this, above this bar. But because again, I was trading on my iPad, I had entered so many positions here already. I entered many contracts, my stop up here, and I just thought if I enter again, I'll be doubling my position and I won't be able to afford it. So I didn't even bother. And that was the first mistake. I entered too much here. Should have entered half my position in case this happened. Then I can enter a second position here because my stop was up here. Anyway, it came down here and I exited here. Um, exit half of it here on my entry. I don't know why I did that. Exit on my entry and then the second half here. Um, and I think what was happening was because I was on my iPad, I was second guessing myself, and just did not like the fact that I wasn't liking. I mean, we had an II here, so this was, I didn't even notice that, but we had an II here. I mean, now I know we had an II, but I didn't know we had an II at the time. Because I was just trading from my iPad, I wasn't looking at the iPad. I just decided, it's not working out. I wasn't very happy with the way that I exited there and saw this rise, so I thought maybe there's a wedge bottom. I had not read it properly. I went long here, and then got out here. Wasn't happy with this trade. Now, what did I do now? Some of these are paper trades, I think. Yeah, some of these are paper trades. Because I think there was another trade I took here. It's not registered. Anyway, went long there, and then I think I did a very quick test here, a scalp. Didn't really do much here. What did here it says I went long and I got out here for a loss. Went long here, got out here for a gain. Then I went short here and then got out here for 10 points. All right, so this was formal. I went long here. Again, iPad, not really focused. Didn't really see the fact that we're in a channel. I kind of thought this was a bull surprise when going higher, but again, it was just FOMO, and that's something that I had to deal with, had to reckon with. I mean, it wasn't a really good trade, as you can see, lost some money there. And I think I was going to go long here. I don't know why I went. I think I got out because I was not happy with what I was doing and didn't like the way I was trading. And you can see I went long and went short. No. Went long, got out. I don't understand. What is that? Is the blue short? Because I think the blue, anything on this side is my entry, anything on the other side is my exit. All right, so it means I went long and I went I don't know what's happening here. Not really sure. Maybe I went long and I went short. So I went long and I got out here, and I went short and I got out here. Yeah, I think that's what it was. But this didn't work out basically. And I went long here, got out here, and I think this worked out. Can't remember how many contracts I entered, and I'm not really too bothered about that right now. And the reason why I did that was because of the fact that we had a wedge bottom, went long here, and I think I got out quickly because I thought, dude, this is just FOMO. You're not really trading the setup the way you should. You're close to the moving average, maybe a double top. Don't take this. Anyway, I took this short here with a limit order, only because I was confident that we had done this. We also had bad follow through on the way to the moving average, and since we had bad follow through to the way to the moving average, and also the fact that we are in a bear channel, I felt like this might have been a final. Well, obviously it's not here yet, but we were forming a final flag. This is a pullback here, wedge top, took it short. Didn't really have the patience to wait for it to take this leg, so I ended up getting out for 10 points. I started second guessing myself. I was like, I'm already 10 points, which is usually what I go for. Should I take this? Should I not? And I took the 10 points, and then it went down, and obviously ultimately tested this low. These I think are paper trades. I don't remember taking these trades. Yeah, I don't remember taking this trade. This is probably a paper trade. This too looks like a paper trade. Looks like I went long and got out. Yeah, these are paper trades because I don't remember taking these trades. I shorted here, shorted a bit more and got out and got out. I had 10 points. Basically, the point being that I had 5 points in total for both, so I had 10 points. I think this is a paper trade because oh no, this is a real trade. I remember I looked at this wedge, took a really quick scalp long here. Now, why did I get out early? I got out because at this point I just reminded myself, why am I taking this trade? I'd already stopped trading, made my gain, actually made up all the losses, made my gain, and yeah, just didn't really see the point of, so I stopped myself. I almost entered this here because I just remembered that we had one leg down. I mean, this is technically one leg, second leg, third leg, but maybe it's 1, 2, 3 from yesterday. But anyway, for tomorrow. But anyway, I just felt like we had made another low. Every single low is being bought. Bad follow through here, just similar to the previous day. All the gaps are being filled. This would be a good buy, but I just thought, okay, let's see what happens. Fill break of the of this level. I'm not sure what this level was, but the fill break. And so therefore, even if this is a down, a pullback, another down, the follow through wasn't great. This was an exhaustive sell, biggest bear bar in the trend. Therefore, bulls would buy this. This was a good buy, but I didn't do it. And then, yeah, that ended ultimately. All right, today, what happened? This is weird. So it says I went short, then long or short, and then exited, but that's not exactly what happened. I actually went long at the open, and I'm not sure what's going on here, but I remember I was long here and I held all the way up here. I am not sure why I don't know if my entries are marked properly, but I entered really early. I don't know, it says I went short, but I don't remember shorting. Maybe in the Globex I did, but not here. Anyway, what happened was I was long, and I believe I was long a bit early. Maybe it was here. Not sure what this is. Maybe I went short, and I don't get it because I don't remember shorting this. This is such a good run. I didn't remember shorting this. Anyway, went long, held through this, added some more, pulled back. I added, exited a few, added again, kept on going up, and then ultimately removed my thing because I realized we had 3 legs up. I don't normally like to trade the third leg up. I actually thought we are going to break out because of how strong we were going. We didn't have any pullbacks. No bars went below that bar. So I thought, okay, this is not, this might pull back. But then we started to do this wedge at the previous day's high. And I just thought this is probably going to reverse. We did get a good signal bar here, but I had a tail and I just thought I don't want to take a short here. What if we just pull back and go back up? So we had a nice big bar again, continuous bear bars, more bear bars, and then we now tested this low. Obviously it's a trading range. At the time I didn't see it that way. At the time I just saw these bars printing a bull bar here, and you will probably form some sort of bar. I didn't really see it as anything. We broke the MA, and at this point I went short. I thought I went short here, but anyway, I went short on this bar. Had to stop all the way up here. I was actually quite confident putting my stop all the way there because I realized based on yesterday, if you are in the zone, and I noticed that once you're in the zone of trading in the now, you should be okay. I don't know why I was confident with this low, going short here because it's exactly at the bottom of the range, but I was actually okay with that. The fact that we broke in the MAs, and I think this is where support was, and it's exactly what happened. So I held it all the way down here. It went all the way down, and then I got out over here. I was expecting we'd get down here, but the things that pulled me out was when I saw this doji, and I also looked at the tick chart. I was looking at this tick chart to see how we were trading down, and seeing that we had, this is where that doji was. Was it here? No, this is where that doji was. So I saw that doji, and I thought, okay, it looks like bulls are buying now. We're having a till here first, then we have the doji. Yeah, so the doji, yep, we have this doji, and literally that on the tick chart which I was watching, this is the tail, this is the doji here. So I just thought, we already have this, right? We didn't have any bull bars. Now we're getting a pullback. Now we're getting a doji there on that chart. Chances are the next low will probably be bought. So this went all the way down. It looked really strong, and then all of a sudden it started to buy, and I just got out. I think this was about 20 something points or so, which I was very happy with. Then we had the second low. I thought we were going to get a third because we didn't really have a pullback. So the first pullback came down. Then we had it looked like we were going to get a third low. When bar 19 started to print as a bear bar, but it was a head and shoulders bottom, and that ultimately ended up being a bull surprise. We got to the top of the range, and we broke out of it, and then we started to trend up. I shorted here, and the reason why I shorted was because I just felt like, okay, this could be a 50% pullback. We're probably going lower, and then it went up a bit and a bit. So I took another short here, another short here, another short, and I was in 4 positions that I don't normally like with a stop this high. So I had an exit for 2 of my positions here. So that moved my average price from here all the way up to about here. And then I took out 1 more here, I think. It went down, I shorted, and that was also just me not really, was playing the formal game. So I shorted on below, instead of shorting on top, I was shorting below, which was a mistake. It went back up, I wasn't happy with that. I shorted 1 more, and then got out some more here, pushed my average price up, held. I really should have gotten out here, but I ended up getting out over here, which kind of got me annoyed, and that was an issue. I then now, out of FOMO, now shorted, because this now went down to my target for this trade, and I took it personally, and I took a short here, even though I knew that we were probably coming to the bottom of the wedge, especially when you're seeing tails and seeing a doji. Chances are this is probably not a good short. You're shorting at the bottom, at the close to where there are probably some buyers based on this. I shorted 1 more and then kind of got out, slightly break even here, and left it, walked away. This is a paper trade. This is definitely paper, because I never took any trades. This is definitely paper trading. Yeah, these are all paper trades, and the paper trades are just examples of just me trying stuff. I went long here with a paper trade, got out part. I think I went long here, added some more here, because this is a high 2. This technically could be a high 3. So I just went long with a limit order, and then got out some, and then finally held this up, added some more. We went now down. Oh yeah, and I added here because this, I thought we had no pullback, so this would be the first pullback. I think what I didn't realize was the fact that we were actually in a channel, and so this being a pullback will probably lead to a breakout, not a pullback. So added there, and then what happened? I exited my original position here, and this went back up above my entry, and then I exited just over there. Again, this is just a play trade. It wasn't anything serious. The idea was I thought we were wedging here, went long here, and then exited here. But this was, again, paper. This was all paper. This is real, and so on and so forth. All right, that was my trading for the day, for the couple of days. And then also now, what did I learn? I think what I'm now understanding is you just have to trade in the zone. Trade to the point where you aren't thinking about the future, but you're just trading the market as you see it. As the bars are printing, you're making decisions, and you're following based on your decisions. You're not making decisions based on what you think is going to happen. Excuse me. You're not making decisions based on what you think is going to happen, but rather what's actually happening in the now. And then also using a white stop is probably the best thing for me too, based on the fact that if I know I see this, I take this short, I'm okay with price coming back up here because I believe that there are sellers up here, and I will take another trade there. So I'm okay with the drawdown. I just need to be very consistent. Ultimately, I would like to get to the point where I can trade this leg up, this leg down, this leg up, this leg down, this leg up, this one down. Especially in trading ranges, it's pretty cool if you can do that. But I haven't reached that point where I'm able to do that completely. So that's why I was paper trading this. Taking this short and taking this long, and then adding more here and being confident with that. I think my exits were a bit too premature. All I just needed to do was just hold with a correct stop, which is around about here or even here, and then seeing how it will, how it all played out. At the time, my chart didn't look like this. I didn't see this as the wedge top, because actually it is a wedge. So if you think about it, this is the breakout. This is the first pullback, second pullback, and then going up to make the third. And now you have a double top. So this kind of makes sense now, but I didn't see it that way. I think also because I just haven't seen this pattern play out in a very long time. And now just seeing it now makes sense what actually happened. This big up, this big massive down, and then we just kind of maintain this range. All right, next week, Tuesday should be a good day. Let's see how it goes.